What's up, y'all, man? Today we're gonna be checking out F-15 Eagle, the most gangster fighter jet of all time. Friday. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't know what makes a gangster fighter jet versus a civilized, proper fighter jet. All jokes aside, man. Yeah, we about to check this out, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's so special about this fighter jet yet, but I'm sure he's gonna break it all down for us. This is the fat electrician, the one and only, man. You guys actually introduced me to him, so thank y'all yet again. And if you have other videos, other suggestions, let me know in the comments. Let's do it.
Today we're talking about the most gangster fighter jet of all time, the F-15 Eagle.
Bro, that shit do look fun though, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the American muscle car equivalent of a fighter jet. Developed during the Cold War in the early 1970s, it was designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to establish air superiority. And being that this was the 1970s and stealth technology wasn't going to come out for another decade, Uncle Sam had to rely on good old-fashioned horsepower and gunpowder. He figured if you couldn't be sneaky enough to go unnoticed, you just had to be fast enough to go untouched. And that is exactly what they did with the F-15, because it is equipped with two Pratt & Whitney F-100 engines, totaling 19,200 horsepower, which is like 800,000 water chickens. This plane can travel at a max speed of Mach 2.5, which is roughly 1,900 miles an hour. And here's the kicker, it's not just fast, it's quick. And if you don't know the difference, I'll elaborate. You can build up speed slowly and be fast, but being quick is the ability to be fast in a hurry. And the F-15 is like a drag car. It is fast the minute you hit the throttle. So fast and
okay, what does that do to you when you in the air? Like, let's say you trying to turn, because I've seen these things, these like videos of this guy like aging in seconds. Like, it literally looked like his face aged because the G-force was so high that like it warped his face. It was insane. Now, to put this into perspective, Mach 2.5 or whatever he said, 1,900 miles per hour. Commercial planes, bro, like when you fly like a Southwest or whatever, that's going like 600, or 550. You know what I'm saying? So that's insane how fast they can move.
Fast the minute you hit the throttle. So fast, in fact, that you can argue that it could be classified as a rocket. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna nerd out for a second. Generally speaking, aircrafts need to do two things to fly. They need to generate lift and thrust. They need to generate enough lift to counteract gravity, so the physical weight of the aircraft, and they need to generate enough thrust to counteract drag. But here's the thing with the F-15, it has a greater than 1 thrust to weight ratio, meaning that it can generate enough pounds of thrust to offset drag and the weight of the aircraft, meaning it doesn't need to generate lift to sustain flight, which is what a fucking rocket does. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you the F-15 doesn't need to generate lift, it can just beat the atmosphere into submission. The F-15 could literally have its wings chopped off in mid-flight and it would still be able to fly. And I can already hear the comment section now. Buh! The chubby electron guy's so dumb he needs to go back to high school physics class. That's not how any of this works. Buh. No, that's exactly how this works, and guess what? If you don't want to believe me and what's theoretically possible on paper, you don't have to, because this has already happened in real life.
There's a video?
In 1983, an F-15 had a mid-air collision, completely lost one wing, and then proceeded to fly 10 more miles and then land safely. Okay, and if that's not enough proof that it's basically a rocket, you can look at how an F-15 takes off. I'll show you the footage. The minute it clears the runway, it goes straight vertical and breaks the sound barrier. It is one of the only planes on the planet that can do that.
Wow. Bro, yo, that is so sick. That shit is completely vertical, bro. Now look, one, it's already the coolest thing ever to me, bro. Look, like when you can see this right here, you see how you could actually see, I guess it's not technically the sound, but you know what I mean? Like, that is already the coolest thing ever to me. But once this shit hits full, like, I'm talking roller coaster vertical, like, I'm scratching my head. And I saw it in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Before, you know, he got into all the information and stuff. And I was like, yo, that shit's about to stall out. And now, after hearing all of this and all the info we got, this thing is just getting started. That's insane, bro. Wow, man.
Well, Hell, even if it is that fast, common sense dictates that they had to make a bunch of design compromises, and I bet the F-15 has hardly any firepower because of it. Buh. You know what? For once, you're right. That is what common sense would dictate, because that's what every other country does. If they want to go really fast, they either have to sacrifice firepower or maneuverability. However, here's what you're not taking into consideration. This is America. We don't make cents. We make dollars, and this thing has more firepower than any other fighter jet in the American fleet. Yeah, more bombs, more missiles, and on the off chance that isn't enough, it's also equipped with an M61 Vulcan 20mm Gatling cannon in case it needs to tell somebody to get fucked at 6,000 rounds per minute.
Wow, 6,000 rounds a minute.
So just so we're all on the same page, even though the F-15 is over 50 years old, it is still the fastest and most heavily armed fighter jet in the American fleet. And did I mention that it can also go like 3,000 miles without needing to refuel? Meaning that it's also extremely versatile logistically speaking, because it can fly from America to Europe without needing aerial refueling. And here's the kicker, none of that is the reason it's the most gangster fighter jet of all time. It's the most gangster fighter jet of all time because this thing is the epitome of a pro gamer move. It has a real world combat record of 104-0. It is down to 104 enemy aircrafts and been shot down 0 times in return. It is the only aircraft to lose a wing, continue flying, and land safely. It's the only aircraft to ever shoot down a satellite while it was still in outer space. Yeah, America did that during the Cold War.
Wait. They took this thing into outer space too? Yeah, this is nuts, bro. And now I'm sitting here thinking, bro, like this thing has never even lost. Is it now? I'm curious. Is it because of the weapons, which are already the best apparently? Then on top of that, could it be the speed? Can you just not catch it? Like, bro, I hope he goes into a little more detail about why or what it is specifically that just led this thing to not lose. I'm assuming it's a combination, bro. But man,
space. Yeah, America did that during the Cold War. We shot down one of our own spy satellites to send a message to the Soviet Union that we could do it to their satellites too. And my personal favorite, it is the only aircraft to ever score an air-to-air kill using a bomb. Not an air-to-air missile, a bomb. Yeah,
wow.
In 1991 during Desert Storm, it actually hit a moving Mi-24 Hind helicopter with a GBU-10 bomb. Yeah, this one.
Wow.
That is a 2,000-pound general-purpose bomb, and it just hit a moving helicopter with it. That is absolutely unheard of. In conclusion, while the F-15 is no longer the best fighter jet on the planet because it's been replaced by the F-22 Raptor, I feel pretty confident in saying that it will go down in history as the greatest fighter jet of all time. And that history is still being written because America is coming out with another F-15, the F-15EX Eagle II. And that's going to have to be its own video some other time. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch.
Wait. We need to check out this other one, bro. Yeah, hold on, bro. Okay, so now this one probably had about a 40 or 50 year reign of just the best, just pure dominance. But apparently there's another one that we need to see. I wonder if he's made a video on that one. Hey, yo, let me know, bro, because this was probably one of my favorites from the Fat Electrician. We checked out like, what, three or four? Something like that. But this one might be my favorite, bro. Anything air related, bro, is always sick to me. So I've learned a lot over the past few weeks about air stuff, and this is probably my favorite, man. Sheesh. Let me know down below, man, about some other videos, some other suggestions you guys got. What's your favorite thing about this plane? Favorite bit of information that you learned on this one? Let me know that as well. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, man. I'm out. Peace.